It's me, it's Queen Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Okay, so I got a message from a woman, and she said, what are the top 5 kinkiest signs? I've done other videos about sex and sexuality, and she wanted to know, out of all 12 zodiac signs, which 5 did I think were at the top? Now, I already had my own personal list, but I decided to go online and Google it to see what other people have said in the past. First of all, nobody agrees. Every list I read was different. I read lists the top 4, the top 6, the top 5, the top 3, and every list was different. Except I found 2 that are on every single list. So I'm going to give you my top 5. And these first 2 I found on everybody's list. The rest of the list could be different, but these 2 are always on people's list. The first one is Aquarius. Aquarius was on everybody's list. Everybody said that Aquarius is kinky. We are. I mean, it just is what it is. I think it's a good thing. I don't think that it's a bad thing. If you're having sex, if you're 2 consenting adults and you're doing whatever you're doing, I don't think it's a bad thing, you know? Basically they said that Aquarius, like I told you guys before, are very open-minded, so they'll try different things, you know, whatever that may be. Bondage, fruit, different toys. I heard about whipped cream. I heard about different jellies. I heard about all kinds of swings and chairs and all kinds of stuff. I mean, people have tried all kinds of things, different places. One couple was talking about having sex in an airplane, in the bathroom, which I don't even know how the hell they fit in there. You know, all kinds of different things, sex in public, you know, just all kinds of different things in different places and, you know, different stuff, you know, all kinds of things that would be considered to be kinky. There's vanilla sex and there's kinky. Vanilla sex is when you just have missionary style sex. You lay down in the bed, have sex, it's over, you move on. That's called vanilla. It means no frills, you know, like vanilla ice cream. But when you have these, you know, kinky styles, then you're doing whatever, you know, but it's definitely not vanilla. It's going to be more innovative, more creative, you know, than just vanilla sex. Different positions, maybe 3 people or more, you know. So Aquarius are open to these kinds of ideas. Now, we're not all open to all of these things. Like, I'm not open to group sex. I'm not open to that. I'm open to S&M, you know, I'm open to toys, I'm open to stuff like that, but certain things I'm just not open to. So we're going to be open to different things, but it's going to definitely not be vanilla. The second one is Scorpio. Scorpio is on everybody's list, sometimes before Aquarius and sometimes right after Aquarius, but it's on everybody's list. Scorpios are more known, they'll do pretty much anything according to the literature, but a lot of S&M came up, a lot of bondage came up, a lot of humiliation. And you guys remember, I told you I used to date a guy that was a Scorpio and he was an ex-stripper. And he was very much into being humiliated. He was very much into being spanked with this flathead brush I used to have. He was very into me making him wear little bow ties and outfits and little stupid, you know, little waiter outfits and things like that. He was into those kind of things, role playing, getting yelled at, getting, you know, humiliated in public. Our escapades came outside the bedroom. He liked to be humiliated in public. So he would like me to yell at him in front of other people or say mean things to him. Or, you know, one time, I'll never forget this. We were in a deli. There was a deli near my house. And we walked in together and I ordered my food and I ordered some drinks and I ordered some other stuff. And I ordered his stuff too. And then I said, and the guy was ringing everything up. And I said, and I want this, and this dickhead gonna pay for it. And the guy looked at him, like, looked at me and looked at him like, what? Like, what just happened here? And he was just standing there with a smile on his face. And the guy was like, okay. And then he paid for everything. The guy, every time I went in that deli, the guy always stared at me like, I don't know what's up with her, but something's up with her. But he liked stuff like that. And at the time, I thought it was fun. So that's the kind of stuff that we did. Scorpios are known for that kind of thing. So Aquarius and Scorpio are the top two on everybody's list. Then number 3, very frequently, is Virgo. Virgo I put on my list because I know a lot of Virgos. And one thing I noticed about them is that they're not always out with it. You know, some of them are what I would call closet kinks. So if you met them in public, you might not know that they're kinky. If you met them in public, the Virgos that I know, some of them are sexy. Some of them are sexy, mostly the women, but some of them are very clean cut. You know, they don't show a lot of cleavage. You know, they look very, you know, even the men, you know, some of them are very like business casual looking, you know, they don't look like the traditional freak most of the time. A lot of Virgos, they don't share that part of themselves with everybody. And it's not something that they wear on their outside, a part of their outer personality. A lot of times with a Virgo, you find that out when you get them in bed. That's when you find out where they're at with that. And most of the time they tell me they like spontaneous things, and they tell me that they like to do stuff. They just don't like everybody to know about what they like to do. A lot of people call Virgos the virgin, and they are definitely not virgins. According to them. According to them, they just don't like their business out. They don't all like to be out there with it like that. Some of them are. Some of them are, you know, they'll tell you in a minute. But some of them just like to be more reserved with it. It just depends on the person. But some of my Virgos tell me, you know, I'm into what you're into, but I just don't tell everybody what I'm into. Basically is what they tell me. Cancer. Cancers came up on a lot of different lists. A lot of people cite Cancer as their best lover ever. Along with Scorpio and Aquarius, they came up very frequently. I think that with Cancer, it was more of a romantic kind of thing, because people tell me that Cancers are more into like foreplay and touching and rubbing and that kind of thing. So a lot of women especially talked about having a lot of fun sex with Cancers. So I only had one Cancer, and he was good in bed. That's one thing. That's one place we got along. So that is true. And it was a very sensual kind of energy. I don't know. I think it's an emotional manipulation, so I'm kind of biased in that area, but a lot of people said that that would be on their top 5. And the last one that I saw repeatedly that it was already on mine is Aries. Aries are, a lot of people talked about the stamina of Aries, not just the frequent sex, but the stamina of them. I had sex with an Aries one time. I was seeing her for a while, not even a long while. I'm going to say like 90 days. That's a while. In Aquarian, that's a while. So I was seeing her for like 90 days or so. And one time, matter of fact, the first time we were ever sexual, we had sex for 6 hours. I had never before or since had sex with anybody for no 6 hours. An hour is good. 2 if you're lucky. Okay, if you're lucky. 6, I was like, oh my God. Finally, like, I just collapsed. Literally, I just collapsed and I just passed out because she just kept initiating over and over and over. As soon as I'm thinking it's over, she starts again, you know? And finally, I just collapsed. So Aries are on the top of a lot of people's lists simply because of their stamina. They have a tendency to be very passionate. I didn't get a lot of like foreplay or hugging or kissing, even though I did have that in my situation, but I didn't hear that from other people that much, but it wasn't mine. But what I keep hearing about is Aries and their stamina. So those are the top 5 kinkiest signs, and they like to keep going like an Energizer bunny as far as the Aries is concerned. So those are the top 5. And I don't know. Let me know, have you ever been with any of these 5? And what did you think about it? Did you think they were especially kinky, or was it whack? You tell me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you know somebody else who's wondering about this, please pass this video on to them. If you would like to send me a love donation, thank you all for the love donations. If you would like to send me a love donation, I'll leave my PayPal. If you would like to get a tarot or oracle card reading, I will leave my email so you can email me. I'm going to leave my Instagram and my Facebook for anybody who wants to hit me up on those social media apps. And I think that's everything. All right, guys. See you next time.